Hello friends and viewers. You have all been watching our videos on our channel for quite some time. We have been started doing this for last 2 to 3 months, and lot of views have come and lot of subscriber base has also increased. We are so happy and thankful to you all. Uh, Today we have come up with a very sensitive and important topic, that is about food and nutrition. Who doesn't like food? Every one of us look forward for having a good, awesome meals, maybe from my mother's hand or my wife's hand or maybe my grandmother as well. So it is so important we relish every morsel of the food what we eat. We look forward for the taste, and it is so satisfying for our system itself to survive and also lead a happy, healthy life. But where are we going wrong? These days we are finding lot of lifestyle related issues or diseases, and many of them we don't even know the cause of where it is coming from. It can include diabetes, it can be hypertension, cancer, IBS, gastritis. Gastritis has become such a common normer that every house, oh, I had gas for the last few days, now I am okay. So we don't even consider as a problem these days. But where is it all coming from? Is it only the food? Is it only the mind? Is it some other infection? No, it is all related with multifactorial conditions. So let us not go into dwell into all those aspects right now. It may be a subject of our talk in the next time. But today I want to address a few points about importance of food and nutrition. We were thinking to do 2 episodes in this aspect because there are a lot of points to be covered. I will be touching upon 3 points today about food and nutrition. As I have told earlier, our body is made up of 5 elements. Pancha Mahabhutas, what we call it in traditional medical sciences. The food what we eat is also made up of 5 elements. You know that all the foods which we are eating, animal food or even plant food, it is from the 5 elements ultimately. The earth, the soil, water, air and fire, which is nothing but the sun, and the space what it requires. So we are all part and parcel of these 5 elements, and we eat the same 5 elements in different proportions at different foods, and it is also very closely related to our culture. So the first important point which I would like to make it as mindful eating. So whenever we eat, we have to be enjoying the food for maximum nourishment and assimilation. If I am focusing on some other thought process, or maybe watching a TV, or looking at my mobile, or even reading a newspaper for that matter, will divert my focus of mind, and I am not enjoying the food what I am eating. When I am not enjoying the food what I am eating, I don't know how much I am going to eat. I am not satiated, in the sense satisfied with the food what I am eating. That will directly lead to overeating for ourselves. So overeating leads to lot of issues, including obesity and metabolic disorders, including hypothyroidism as well. So when we start eating every morsel of food with lot of mindfulness, it is like a meditation for us. And when we are so happy with the nourishment what we get and the taste what we eat, that satisfaction itself is very calming and peaceful. And that calming and peaceful nature within ourselves is very healing as well. That's why mindful eating is very, very important for us. And it gives maximum nourishment without any overeating and leading to many other metabolic disorders. That's the first point we need to understand. Second important point is about organic food. I just briefed you about the 5 elements in the earlier point in the introduction. So organic food means what? It is organically grown without having to use any kind of pesticides and fertilizers. I am not an agriculturalist to understand in depth about how foods has to be grown and what are the combination of foods, what is good for the soil, how to enrich it. But I am sure our ancestral farmers knew all these things without even going to a college of agriculture. So we just need to follow that. We don't need to think too much about it. The crop rotation and the soil health, how it is maintained without using any fertilizers, and to yield maximum yield out of it, and what is the duration of each crop is all very, very important. So because every food has these 5 great elements, when the soil is good, without any fertilizers or chemicals, the food what we eat will also comprise of maximum nutrient value. And when we take that, automatically we are devoid of any kind of diseases, or we prevent any kind of diseases to come in future. You may understand that we don't know the real cause of cancer, but it is a genetic mutation which is caused, which leads to cancer, unregulated growth of different cells in our body. So where does this all come from? One of the reasons is all the chemicals which are in our air, which is in our water, in our soil. That is one of the causes for us, including some of the genetic inheritance which we might have inherited. But this generation is having lot of cases of cancer, as we know. Where does it all come from? This is one of the causes which I understand personally. So it is very important that we invest ourselves in searching for the right kind of organic food, and we need to see also the source where it is coming from. That is very, very important for us to make sure of that. The third point for this episode is fluid intake. Lot of doctors and lot of people will talk about, I have to drink this much of water, this much of is basic very much required. Some people will go along with telling that you drink water only when you are thirsty, otherwise why do you want to do that? Anyway, keeping aside of all those things, I would say if you are very much aware of your system, very much mindful of your food habits, you yourself will know when to drink water, when not to drink water. When I say fluid, it just doesn't mean only fluid water itself. It includes the oil also, and nuts, and so many other factors which is very much rich in oil, which is required for us for lubricating our joints, lubricating our musculoskeletal system, maintain the health of it. Thereby also it is very important to maintain the overall health. When it comes to water, our body is comprised of 70% of fluid itself. So when we have sufficient intake of fluid at the right intervals and with the right combination of minerals in the water, then we are much more healthy. Many a times you might have heard of migraine attack. So one of the factors of migraine attack is exposure to sun and dehydration. Less water intake is also a trigger factor for migraine attack. The same factor which happens with our digestion also. Simple analogy is when you are using a grinder to mix different food items, how do you use it? Is it that just the food ingredients? What all things are there in the grinder? You need enough space for the food to turn, you need water to mix it well. It just doesn't sufficient, it is not sufficient enough to just have the ingredients. So a right mixture of water, air and the food ingredients is required for us to get the food form which we can consume. Same thing happens in our digestive system as well. So right amount of water before or after or during food is very important based on each one's subjective experiences to add so that digestion is at optimal. And through the day as well, we need to hydrate ourselves sufficiently. That gives a lot of satisfaction to us and it keeps the hydration level optimal, which will indirectly help us in terms of so many functions, including the blood flow, lymph, detoxification in terms of excretion of urine, and lungs also are also hydrated, right amount of moisture for good breathing, and which is very important in this pandemic time to keep the health of the breathing or lung to optimal. So fluid intake is equally important the same way. So these are the 3 points which I wanted to cover up in this episode, which will help us to understand about food and nutrition to a large extent. In the next episode, I will be talking about another 3 important aspects which please look forward, and I am also looking forward to publish the same. I hope this will give a lot of insight to you about food and nutrition, and we'll continue in the next episode with much more information. Thank you so much for listening to us and viewing us.